Hail of the tape for Ebo Elder and Ricardo Williams Jr. You can see that Elder is 2 years the elder and 1 inch taller. But a 1.5 inch reach advantage for Williams, who is a southpaw. Rules, Larry.
Once again, the amateur rules, 5 2-minute rounds, standing 8 counts, scoring blows worth a point, and the referee can do all sorts of things.
In fact, let me clarify, they are both southpaws. And we told you, of course, that Ebo is from Georgia. There's another Georgian right there. Former President Jimmy Carter. Wearing a Goodwill Games button in his lapel. And now introductions in the ring.
Bout 82. Scheduled in the 63.5 kilo, 139 kilo class, pound class. In the red corner, hailing from the USA, Ebo Elder. In the blue corner, hailing from the USA, Ricardo Williams Jr. Referee from the USA, Mr. Reese.
American referee for the 2 American fighters.
Ricardo Williams Sr. told me earlier, Jim, that Ricardo Williams Jr. had been sick with a stomach virus through much of this week. Nobody knew it, but he said he's all right now.
He continues to fight as well as he has. Maybe they'll try to get him sick in Sydney in a couple of years.
You know, I've had some of my best performances in the gym when I was sick.
You know, you see injured golfers win golf tournaments all the time. It's almost as though it takes a little pressure off.
It does. And you see Michael Jordan get sick and drive a defense crazy.
Yep.
1 point for Williams at left hand.
And Elder lands his left hand, but doesn't get credit for it. Not as heavy a thud as was the case for Ricardo Williams. Williams likes to move laterally around the ring. Mentioned he's a great natural talent. He spends more time near the ropes than the other American fighters. You wonder if the coaches are just going to leave Ricardo alone more than some of the other fighters, because he's already proven so much at such an early age. Elder getting a point to even it on the scoreboard.
Williams, who will be a high school senior next year in Cincinnati, says his favorite subject is math. Maybe he's been able to figure out this point system.
One thing about Elder, he may fall behind in the fight, he will never give up.
Now he'll fight to the end, and although he's lost twice to this guy, he's not out here to lose tonight.
He is a come-forward fighter. Makes for an interesting style contrast because Williams is a born counterpuncher.
All right, Ebo!
Ebo's given name, incidentally, is Eben. He says nobody's ever called him Eben. There's his dad.
His dad was a fighter in the Marines.
Take some air. Take some air. You are on. You are on. I know when you're on, and I know you're on. Your hands are high. You're throwing straight punches.
Your eyes.
1-1. Tied up. 1-1. How you feel? You're looking sharp. You look in control of the bout. I think he's frustrated. Okay? He can't play with you. You got the stuff. You got the power. You got the speed. You've got the heart, you've got the courage. You've got the Lord. Fight for the Lord. Take some water.
Listen, my son. Gotta take over the bout. You gotta take over on the bout right away. Keep the pressure on.
Beautiful. Fight with all your might.
The American team coach leaning in the ropes to speak to Ebo Elder was Osmar Alanis, Air Force boxing coach.
Ricardo Williams Sr. is sitting out here in the audience. Good left hand by Elder. He was a professional fighter. Told me he had a record of 15-1 fighting in Dallas.
Now he's a commercial artist, right?
Yep.
Williams gets credit for a point, leads Elder 2-1. It's Ricardo Williams Jr. in the blue singlet and Ebo Elder in the red.
Ricardo Williams' hands are just so quick until it's hard for Ebo to get in without being caught. But Ebo is fighting a very smart fight.
Left hand lands for Williams. Now he has a 3-1 lead. Ricardo Williams Jr. says his favorite active professional fighter is Roy Jones. Pretty good model for any fighter, if you can do the things that Roy does.
He seemed to be coming on pretty good, Jim.
He walked out like you, dancing, smiling.
That means he enjoys what he does.
No question. They both do. This has been a good round for Williams. Elder hasn't found a way in on him. And when he's made his approaches, Williams has twice landed counters to score. Hard right hand by Ricardo Williams as he stepped in. And now a 3-point lead at 4-1. Another left hand there by Ricardo Williams, but it landed to the side of Ebo's face guard. You score better if you can land right in front. Round 2 comes to a close. It was a big round for Ricardo Williams Jr. Larry told you about Ricardo Williams Sr. being seated in the audience, while Ebo Elder's dad is right in front of his son. There's Ricardo Sr. I mean, maybe drive me crazy, go Ricky. His mom, Margie Williams. And the man in front of Ricardo Williams Jr. between rounds talking to him is Mike Stafford. He's also out of the Cincinnati gym where Ricardo works out. Well, Ebo's playing good defense right now, but he's having trouble mounting an attack.
Yeah, he can't afford to keep waiting, Jim. He's behind by 3 points. He needs to try to catch up in this fight. If he continues to wait, he's going to let Williams get an even bigger lead. Then it's going to be almost impossible for him to catch up.
The trouble, of course, is, as we mentioned back at the beginning, Williams is a natural counter-puncher. The more you attack him, the more likely he is to score. So it's one of those catch-22s for Ebo Elder at this point. He's going to have to go after his man at some point, and when he does, Williams will have a chance to land those clean counters that the judges see more than other punches. Straight right hand for Williams, landed but didn't score. Referee Reese wants Ebo to keep him up. That's pretty unusual. You don't often see Ricardo Williams go after a man and attack him, but he got the straight left hand in and now leads 5-1.
Elder scored a clean left hand, did not get credit for it.
And that, as you know, if you've watched for these last 4 nights, is not as unusual as you'd like it to be. Another point for Williams, and he's making it a runaway now as round 3 clicks down.
That's the plan. You've got to rough him up. He ain't as strong as you. You rough him up. Big breath, big breath. Big breath, okay? Good. Now listen. You ain't gonna rough him up the whole 2 minutes. When you're not roughing him up, he's gonna come to you. You're not shooting the left hand. When he comes, you're just going into your shell. If you will shoot the left hand, he can't hit you from here. Can't you think of that? He can't hit you from there. Okay?
You're letting them make that wide turn and you're losing
now,
time.
Hey, we ain't gonna lose no close decision. You go.
Come on, Ebo, let's go! Be first, Ebo! Get out there, be first!
Amy knows what to say. Be first. Everything that Ebo's dad told him, easier said than done against a fighter the quality of Williams.
Yeah, one problem Ebo has too, Joe. You see how high he bounces when he's in there moving? You see how close Williams keeps his feet to the floor? He can react twice as quick as Ebo Elder can because he's not bouncing as high. See, Ebo has to come down before he can do anything. So by the time he comes down to punch, Williams is already gone.
What a great piece of expert commentary, Roy.
Father told Elder to rough him up, didn't tell him to rough him down.
Elder can't catch him to rough him up.
Because of those big high steps he takes. But there again, he still has 2 years to improve on that too.
And you saw Elder trying to convince the referee that Williams is holding him.
You have to say that Ricardo Williams is the real prodigy of this American team.
Youngest fighter on the team. He scored with a body punch, which isn't easy to do, and extended the lead to 8-2. Now, Ebo got credit for either the left or the right. I'm not sure which.
It was a left.
And now a three-point flurry for Williams. And this one's going to be out of reach for Ebo Elder on the scoreboard. He will have to hurt Ricardo Williams in the 5th round to have a chance to win the bout. Just no way that he'll be able to overcome a 9-point deficit against the quicker, slicker fighter.
You don't let him get off of you.
There you see Williams throw a vicious uppercut. Haven't seen many of those in the tournament, following it up with a left hook.
Seconds out. Round.
Among his many qualities, Williams is a more accurate puncher than almost all the fighters you see here.
Yeah, he seems to have a very good arsenal. He knows how to throw all types of punches from all types of angles.
Well, you heard the instructions to Ebo Elder, and there's a start. Referee Reese, quite properly, telling him he's not going to allow him to do it. A step in left hand for Williams. An Ali shuffle. A right hand as well. Kind of a semi-bolo left. A right hand lead that he threw almost from below the waist. Does a little of everything in there.
Yeah, he does. And all he has to really do now is play keep away. But you got to give Ebo credit. Ebo has truly tried here tonight. He's given it 110%, and I love to see that in an amateur boxer.
Well, and what a spectacular effort Ebo made just to make it to the final, winning 2 fights that he could easily have lost on heart and will.
Boy, how can we tell whether these young fighters, either of them or any of them, have any power? Because we see so few knockdowns.
Well, you can tell that Williamson has power because you saw him knock the Cuban down in the quarterfinal round. So it sometimes doesn't seem that they have power because of the headgear, and you have bigger gloves too. So you got several few things here that help absorb some of the shock of the punches. Most of these guys, you can tell from the way they deliver the punch from their legs if they have power or not. And I can tell you both of these guys are good punchers.
40 seconds remaining in the round. And now we've got the scoreboard clock for you.
If Harold Letterman was at home, he'd had to love that shoe shine just then.
Oh, I'm sure Harold is sitting and enjoying every second of this. And when next we see him at a production meeting, Harold would give us a 45-minute dissertation on what he saw here. And he'll critique every fighter. And he'll have a lot to say about Ricardo Williams, who has put on a show in the 5th round of his battle here with Ebo Elder. Nice effort, Ebo. You're a terrific young man. It's going to be hard for anybody in the world to beat Ricardo Williams in the next few years.
Yes, it is.
You're looking at a 17-year-old who's going to have a heck of a shot of winning an Olympic gold medal at Sydney 2 years down the road. He's proven it at the Goodwill Games.
Way to go, Ebo!
So, man,
Ricardo Williams Jr. just looked down at this announce table and laughed and said, "I'm the next Roy Jones."
Not a bad person to be at all.
The way he fought, you should be flattered.
I am flattered.
Did it, Coach? All that hard work paid off.
Thanks, Tom. I know you hated me, but that's all right.
The ward. You the ward. The judicial system.
There's a nice exchange. Let's go up for the decision.
Bout 82. We have a decision on point, 16-4. In the blue corner, USA, Ricardo Williams.
So
Ladies
for the
and
third
gentlemen,
time.